Episode 3. It's really episode 1 or 2.
Two.
And we're still not having a good time with audio, but we're going to figure it out.
We're not having a good time in general, trying to figure out all of the technology process. Not as plug and play as you think it would be.
No. It's actually awful. Really awful.
It could be worse. Life could be worse. No?
Nah.
Yeah. You're right. So, would talk about your little project that you did this week all by yourself. You can put a link to your building video too.
True. Well, I talked about this a little bit in the first episode, but I've been building a huge cabin. And it has a tent on it. Hopefully I'm going to find a way to make money from it. I don't know how yet, but
Pretty dope though. For you to do that by yourself is impressive, because
yeah,
that's a big structure to do by yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of cool knowing that I can just do everything alone. I kind of just want to be alone whenever I build shit. I don't know why.
No. Weird.
Yeah.
You don't like working with other people.
I just don't know what to say because I don't. Like, whenever people help me, I don't know what to tell them to do. I just, like, Jimmy tried to help me, and she was like, what can I do? I was like, literally be my shadow.
Yeah.
Just wait for whenever I need you, and I'll say, hold this, and that's it.
It's nice to give people that, like that you want to help you that they can't really help you the way that you build it, but you can make her, like, paint.
Yeah, for sure.
Make her stain. Make her
That kind of stuff's perfect.
You could pre-drill holes and make her do those.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He drilled a couple holes, like, in the deck and helped me paint a lot of stuff, but
I started the process of redoing the workout room. That's going to be fun. Just bought a Rogue Aerodyne bike and painting right now, and then hopefully get it done by, like, maybe end of next week. Gonna wrestle this weekend somewhere, so I'm not gonna be able to spend too much time down there. Be cutting weight. Not gonna want to be for hours in a day.
bro, you take so long to do work.
You think so?
Like that, you painted. It seemed like you painted for like 5 hours yesterday.
Yeah, I really didn't though. The crazy part is that actually doing the work, I probably only did like an hour of actually painting. It was literally finding everything else, buying the paint, getting, like, every single time I started something, I always realize that I'm forgetting things.
Oh yeah.
And then I have to go to the garage. Then and then listen to this. I was painting and I was being super careful. I put tarp down and everything. The first time ever I put tarp down. I never do that. Kind of like I'm just careful, and I just try to be careful in general. No, listen to this. So my dog was laying kind of like I was down there for a while. So my dog was just laying around, and she just was running around the house later in the day. And I go upstairs and it's pitch black out. And I look at Cammy and I'm like, your tail white. And I was so confused. And I was like, I like grabbed it. I grabbed your tail and I like jumped for a second. I was something on her. And then I look at my hand and there's paint all over my hand. Cammy dipped her tail into the bucket of paint. And then I go back to where she was and I go on the stairs, wags her tail, and paint was just wagged her tail and was just splashing paint everywhere.
I have a little addition to this.
I go upstairs and there's just paint all over the floor, and I'm like, oh my god, dude! I just finished up, and now, like, I didn't even know if it would come out. Luckily, it comes out of anything really easily. You just have to find it. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, she probably went on the brand new couches that we bought, and there's probably paint all over.
There was.
Really, you cleaned that? You clean paint on the couch?
Yeah, I thought it was just you, like you hit it with a bucket or something, and I was like,
oh really? On the couch in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm. It was like on the black couch.
When?
Yesterday, we came down to like get food.
Oh, when I was painting. Oh, yeah.
And
that's probably why I was gone.
It was like fresh, wet paint on there.
Oh,
I wiped it off.
Well, thanks.
I just assumed it was you.
Yeah, I thought I was dead because we just bought all new couches. I was like, if this doesn't come out, I didn't know if it would. I figured it would, but I didn't know if it came out of every kind of surface. But it comes out of everything. It even come out of the carpet. I stepped on the lid, and I look back, and there's just a trail of me walking on the carpet, and that came out too. That was kind of funny. I didn't get that on my time lapse. It would have been funny to see her dipping.
Damn, that would have been awesome.
I know.
That would have been actually.
Dude,
awesome.
Her tail looks sick too, because she's a black dog. so it looked kind of cool having like she had like a half white,
Huh.
so it looked kind of dope.
Was
too.
it like half of her tail?
Yeah.
How did she get all that in there?
She
Were
was
you using a
kinda-
tray?
she probably walked by it. It's my fault,
Such a fucking idiot.
dude.
Though.
So nervous, and then it got worse as it went along too because I put her in the shower and I just tried to like wash her tail off, but
Yeah, for sure.
Tucker's just gonna fuck everything up, bro.
Sorry, guys. Go Steelers. Sorry.
I went to wash her tail off and it made it way worse because now it was just wet paint on her tail and now it was just dripping all over the floor. So it was a long night cleaning that paint. It was fun.
Hilarious.
Grady came over. We watched UFC. Watched Adesanya lose, sadly, and
That's the
Taylor.
second loss, right? In a row?
Yeah, not in a row, ever I think
That's true.
in MMA. But yeah, I saw Chandler freaking go to just like reckless abandonment as he does. Pretty crazy. He's such a crazy fighter. Just throws. He just throws and hopes. And I told Michael, I predicted the fight too. I told Michael he's gonna hit Poirier. Maybe he's gonna hit him hard. He's gonna back him up, and he's gonna put him against the fence, and he's gonna just start throwing and hoping. That's what he was doing, and I was like, Poirier's gonna like stay back and hit him with some kind of like hook, some kind of just like check hook, and he did that. He didn't win with that shot, but he hurt him bad with that shot. It's so obvious. Even Poirier said at the end, he's like, good thing he throws looping punches because literally, like puts his hands down and just throws.
Yeah, that's wild.
He's a crazy dude. Literally is like crazy that he's so willing to do that when you put in like an 8-week training camp and you're so willing to just go out there and just
Could you imagine how
throw and
scary it'd
hope.
be to be in front of him?
dude, I know, right? You
Nah,
can make
nah.
you make oh yeah, you make one mistake and you're just in the shadow realm. But if
No,
you just stay
seriously.
like you stay tight the whole time, probably gonna win. But he is one of those fighters though that like he has a bad record in the UFC. Win 3 UFC, but every single fight was fight of the year. So,
That's crazy, actually.
well, every single like contender fight.
Yeah.
We got Tucker with us.
This is
Hey, guys.
Tucker Moore.
Nice to meet you guys. Tucker Marshall here,
Tucker Marshall.
Tucker Marshall.
back with the crew. First time
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
a podcast. Let's get it.
We're the
Know what I'm
real
saying?
triple beans right here.
What do we call this episode?
Marshall.
More beans.
We're being special or more? We can call it more beans. And every time we do it with Tucker, we call it more.
No, we should call it more beans, like Moore. Beans.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
So it's Tucker.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
he's another bean.
More beans. I
perfect.
like that for sure.
You don't have an input.
That's actually cool. Yeah, you gotta talk.
How do I
Sorry.
sound?
There's gonna be a point where we'll get the audio. It'll be perfect,
Yeah, we're gonna build a
okay?
studio, and it's gonna be very plug and play. We're just, it's gonna be a cool place for us and for future guests.
The Steelers.
Tucker gets genuinely depressed when the Steelers lose.
But they won today. Feeling it. No, we'll be feeling it. Let's go. And my fantasy team is going. Let's go.
How many
What-
points
how
do you
many-
got?
Colby on
in
the other
fantasy right now?
Cool. On the other hand,
What place are you in fantasy?
I'm in 2 leagues. My one league, I'm in second place. My other league that I actually paid money for though, when that Colby's in, I'm like, but I'm on the. I'm coming up.
You strategically pick every.
Yeah.
Or did you do?
No, I strategic.
Yeah, is the
It's not great. I have to like turn everyone's noise gate like really low. So you have to talk like into your mic.
Like
Yeah.
directly into.
That's impressive. You know all those. NFL's fun. It's fun to know.
It is.
That's
It's
how I
really
am with
fun.
UFC.
Yeah, because it makes every single game interesting. You know, I used
For
to just
sure.
like to watch the Steelers, but now it's like it could be some random game.
Mhm.
Watching, I'm like, wow, I need to focus on this player, and it makes this really fun to watch.
Yeah. Fun to know a sport. And you can get a little bit emotional.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you have money on the line. Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry boys. I'm trying.
It's okay.
Audio that bad?
We can keep talking.
It's just Coop if when you literally turn your head like this,
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
I'll just stay right here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be stiff.
And then if you talk too loud, it
Fix
fucking
our stuff.
echoes through everyone else's. Cooper
Sorry.
must have some frequency in his voice. That
I just have a really high vibrational frequency. I'm just very centered. you know,
in energy.
I'm around two chaotic people.
Yeah.
They look like they look like they're about to explode. Look at me, I'm very zen.
Coops
Dude,
just
I'm
the
about to
source of
explode
life.
because I gotta do this fucking audio shit.
Dude, can you quit swearing?
Yeah, you can't swear on
Yeah, for real.
my channel.
We got a teacher and a fucking wrestler. Holy shit. Teacher, wrestler,
Teaching.
unemployed.
Fantasy loser.
Unemployed. Fantasy loser. That's a fact.
Big L's.
Let me check.
Everyone just goes in their fun.
I had to check.
Check.
I'm pretty sure Colby's like really, really special and talented at benching players that score like 30 to 50 every game, and then starting the players that don't get anything.
Yeah.
Instead of being clutch and win.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, this game's going overtime.
I have like 5 players playing right now. Their game's over, and I have 20 points. Really bad.
Dubs.
What are topics we should cover?
I don't know. Like, what happened this week?
Yeah, what even happened this week?
I could talk about crypto.
We could talk about the
I
election.
know nothing about crypto, so I'm just ears.
Follow the election. You follow the election at all, Tuck?
I don't like politics.
You didn't follow Fetterman or Oz at all?
That's toxic for me.
Did you vote? Not saying who you voted for.
No, I actually didn't vote.
I didn't vote either.
I didn't either.
Dude, your text.
Good job, boys. Let's go.
You didn't vote?
Nah.
Dick.
Fuck voting. Just kidding.
I didn't vote because I'm dumb, and every time there's like an important election coming up, I'm always like, dang, I wish I voted. But for since they're so far, they get so far away that I forget to register, and I always think to register to vote. I always think of it as a long process, so I just end up not doing it. So like the day before an election, I'm like, oh, I could, I try to register, and they're like,
Hey, fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, the real reason I didn't vote is because every single day I'd get like 2 to 3 texts saying, "Hey, are you gonna vote today?" And I reply every single day with an explicit word. And I'd say, "Quit texting me," and then I'd get the same text like 2
Dude,
hours later.
those were so fun.
And that motivated me to not vote. Actually,
Those-
kidding. That's not why I didn't vote, but
Those were so funny. Because you're texting like high school kids.
I
You know
know
that, right?
they probably are high school kids, like volunteers.
You're literally texting volunteer high school kids. It's so
One of them
I was
texted
laughing
me-
every time you.
Did you see the one of them texted me and they were like, "We'll let you in on a little secret. If you go out and vote, we'll stop texting you." And I was like, "Oh, so you get all the texts that I sent to you?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do." And I'm like, "Good." Explicit word you.
Dude, those were so funny.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't funny to me.
I'm surprised that Fetterman won. Like I said, I'm not invested on either way, but I'm surprised that he won. You're like pretty much like people or an uninformed voter. Listen to unless you're very partisan. But if you're not partisan and informed, listen to sound bites. Probably based off intuition, because Oz is as sharp as it gets mentally, and he's freaking heart surgeon.
I just don't like how he doesn't live. Like, why are we
Does
gonna
he?
vote for someone who doesn't live in Pennsylvania? Like,
Does he not live
cares
in
about-
Pennsylvania?
Oh, he's from New Jersey, and he like I think it
Does
was
he have a house in Pennsylvania?
his in-law like mother house, and he like bought it from her.
Really?
And he put it in his name.
That's weird.
I don't listen to politics like that.
Dude, he saw a slot open and he took it.
Yeah, the thing that for me is like, why would he want, the heart surgeon? So he went through. Think about all the schooling Kenzie's going. He went through all of that part of what Kenzie's going through, basically just finding every day.
Yeah.
And then he did this TV show that made probably hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, what? I don't understand why he would want to do something like that. Because what's their salary like?
Well, don't people ultimately are really no matter who it is? I mean, that guy has
Dude, it's
enough
a
money
weird
anyway
thing,
that he
though.
could do it.
Why would he want to like exploit his whole family and like every you know what I mean? Like, you know what you're getting into. We talked about this in my class, which is pretty interesting. Like, it takes a very egotistical person to want to run for a position like that, because he's willing to put everything on the line, like his family's past, all of his past, to be brought up, because that's going to be brought up whenever you're running for president. It's like, if you're investing millions of dollars into researching him, you're going to find some dirt. So anything he's ever done wrong is going to be brought up. And for him to know that and to still think that he's going to win and still want to do that, it's like, you got to have a big ego to do that.
Yeah,
you got to have a big ego, and you got to be like, you got to really not care.
I always say that it would take a weird motherfucker to really want to like run for office. Like you got to scream out. Imagine how shitty it'd be. You got to go around and tell people to vote for you.
Well, I couldn't imagine like having all that judgment on me too, because I'm a person that's like, if one person doesn't like me, I'm like, oh, so bad. And then it's like you have like half the country hating you, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, like I don't know how I'd react to that.
Yeah. And like it's not even just you too. Like your whole family is gonna be exploited too.
Yeah.
Any dirt that you've ever
Nancy
had on
Pelosi's
your
husband.
life. Yeah.
That's not funny, actually.
No, dude,
That's
this is a
true.
funny story.
That's true.
Nancy Pelosi's husband got beaten up with a hammer, right? And him and his wife genuinely, when it comes to like money in the stock market, they cheat like every single time. So they make a bunch of money off of basically old people's retirement accounts and like young and everything like that, because they use Nancy Pelosi passing bills to like know what the fuck's gonna happen. And they got broken into, and some guy had a hammer. I don't know what the story is exactly, but basically in my chat where I like talk about trading to all these other traders about the stock market, I was like, damn, karma's a bitch, huh? And this kid like commented and was like, wow, this is finally the moment where I leave this Discord because I really just don't like negativity like this or something. I didn't say shit. They didn't like, I was gonna say more shit like, you're such a bitch. Like, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? First of all, it's a fucking joke. Second of all,
Wait, so what happened again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Nancy Pelosi's husband is the guy who trades with all
Yeah.
the information that
Of
she
course.
has.
Oh, yeah.
And she,
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
no, yeah, she makes $400,000 a year and she's worth like 150 million.
Yeah, he's
Because
better
her
than
husband-
Warren Buffett at trading.
Yeah, like 10 times better,
Yeah.
like a million times better.
Yeah.
But
Couldn't be inside.
some guy fucking broke into their house and then he had like a hammer and he was gonna like hit Paul Pelosi. I don't know where. I'm sure it was probably like in the fucking shoulder and
Yeah.
it like bruised his shit and he was like, ouch. But
Yeah. What an inefficient way to attack somebody.
no, seriously.
A hammer. It's like you're either gonna kill them or you're gonna miss and they're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I give him credit though for not going in with a gun.
I
Sure.
don't.
I don't know. I do, because it's like you really want to go in and just. That's like such a soft.
I don't mean I don't have to
Like
kill
if you're a
them.
real
I'm just
man,
saying
like you
hammers
going
are-
with your fist.
Cut the hell out.
Just kidding.
So he got
Talk
hit.
into your mic.
He got hit, but
Sorry.
why is Paul? Like, what'd you say about him?
I said he deserved it
Oh,
because karma.
yeah.
And then some kid was
Because he's
like,
like a cheater.
I don't like negativity in this trading group chat that we are probably all freaking.
yeah.
You guys are lunatics.
No, we're all fucking degenerate
Yeah.
idiots. I mean, I don't so dumb.
Well, that's nice.
Dude, this week in crypto, so you guys know in 2008, like the housing market collapsed, whatever. Like people couldn't pay their loans for their house. The whole system collapsed. Well, there's a crypto exchange called FTX. And like he's like one of the youngest billionaires of all time. He's worth like $20 billion.
Oh, I saw this.
In one day he lost like $8 of his net worth in one day because his whole platform, he basically, when you sign up for his platform, so normally like if you give the bank money, they lend your money out to other people, you know what I mean? So if you give a bank $1,000, they'll take your 1,000 and turn it into like 5,000
Yeah.
and then use that for loans for other people, called leverage. So they basically like create fake money out of having money. Wow, you guys are so not gonna.
I'm
get this.
100% following this. I actually,
I mean, I get lost. Like Kobe loses me.
It's okay.
I just don't understand it.
I actually heard the story on someone's Instagram.
But these people might be listening.
Yeah. Basically, whenever you give money to the bank, they take your money and like double it and then give it to other people. So if you want your money back, but the bank lost all the money that they put out there and you can't get your money back, that means the bank just went bankrupt because they can't pay you back.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you do crypto shit, like if I buy Bitcoin, they do the same thing like a bank would do. So if I give them $100, they'll take my 100.
Who does it? Bitcoin?
No, whoever runs the platform
Coinbase or something like that.
Coinbase, Crypto.com, FTX, BlockFi.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff.
Someone bought out FTX.
So FTX did that. And whenever you buy shit in FTX, they say specifically in their terms of service, we do not lend out your money. We don't trade with your money. Your money is your money. We don't ever risk it. And they've been saying that for like, he testified in front of a fucking Congress and told Congress that about crypto. He was like, my exchange is the only one that actually doesn't do this. And he says all these other exchanges do that. Well, in one fucking day, $5 billion were getting withdrawn from his accounts, and it was all spread around everywhere. He couldn't get it out fast enough. So then everyone was like freaking out because he paused withdrawals. So if you wanted to take your money out, he said, sorry, you can't. And then basically it just like dropped so much in value, and there's a lot of people who had like a lot of money in there, and they will never get it back.
Wow.
I thought that it was he had the billions of dollars in the app, and they went to lend they were lending his money out, and someone bought the app out.
No. There's Binance is another crypto platform. He tried to buy FTX. So FTX, they hate each other. So the owner of Binance is a crypto platform. Owner of FTX is Sam Bankman-Fried. They hate each other. And whenever FTX went under, the Binance dude was like, we'll buy you, because fuck you, I hate you. And he said, sure. And then they were going through the deal, and then he realized that like he was actually trading with other people's money and like fucking with the funds so much that he didn't want to buy it anymore, and he backed out. So he was like, fuck this, I'm not buying that shit. I'm gonna go to prison if I do. So you guys ever heard of like Bernie Madoff? He was just like a dude like 20 years ago. He like stole like, I don't know, $100 million from different families and shit by like doing Wolf of Wall Street type shit. Everyone hates him, but this guy did that times like a lot. Like Bernie Madoff lost like $100 million. This dude lost like 17 billion. Yeah. So like 17 times the amount.
He lost it, or like it's gone now.
I don't know exactly yet, but there's like Tom Brady lost like $600 million.
Yeah, I saw that. Dude, what's going on with him? One's hating on him.
Yeah,
why are people hating on Tom Brady?
It's the first time ever in his life where he had news that was about his life that's more important than his career.
Yeah. Football.
Yeah.
Can you hear me from here?
Are him and Glastain
like, literally
breaking
almost
up?
have your lips on it.
Are him and Glastain, whatever her name is?
Giselle.
Gillette.
Yeah, no, I thought it was.
Gillette.
I was thinking Glastain, fucking the one
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Maxwell, the one that has the list of all the pedophile presidents there are.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But so was she saying like you're putting football over me or something like that? Did they get a divorce?
They did get a divorce.
They did?
Yeah.
Or they're going through the process of it
that's
at least.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, no one can really like say exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's showing that it's like getting to his head because he's not playing as well. I don't think his offensive line is really bad though too. But I think no matter who's going through the divorce, I feel like that's gonna take a big impact on like, your whole life, no matter what you do.
Because people are like hating on him so hard, and or you know someone posted a video of him throwing an interception, and everyone's commenting, you know, like time for him hanging up, or he finally, or like there's all these moms hating on him for putting football over his wife or something. I'm like, you guys have no idea. He's not. You don't even know what it's like to play college sports, let alone be the best ever in the hardest organization on planet Earth at playing a game that literally all of the best athletes in the world go to. Like that sport has the best athletes in the world, and of all of those people, he's the best. You know what I mean? He's the best quarterback, or one of the best ever. He's not, you know.
He's definitely. I think he's
one
the best
of
ever.
just,
I don't like him personally.
Even just being one of them, but it's just so crazy. People hating on him. It's like you have no idea.
Well, I mean, that's what haters do.
That is what haters do.
Sorry. They try to find, anything that's like, how he sucks because of this. They're gonna.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, Tucker's like, he's the best ever. But personally, fuck him.
No, you can have personal opinions about him. I just when I just see moms posting about it, or, like on Facebook,
that like know nothing about football too.
So nothing about being an athlete either. You know, it's like you have no idea the kind of pressure that he understands. You know, same with especially with like fighters too. You see people hating on a fighter after he lost. Like you have absolutely
That's
no
fucking
idea
crazy.
what goes into that. You know what I mean?
That's like really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. I was surprised because I always thought of him as like one of those people that was super high level, but always pretty grounded.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought of him as something like because my mom made me listen to a podcast with him before, and he was on like Oprah or something like that. And he was talking about how close he is with his family, but it sounded very genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, and it sounded like him and his wife have a good relationship, but
How many years ago was that?
2 years ago. It wasn't long ago.
Huh.
I mean, might not even been 2 years. I don't know.
It's so like I'm not defending him or anything like that. It's also very easy, like put on a face in front of camera.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I'm a jerk behind this. Like I beat these two up all the time, and it seems like I'm their best friend right now, but they know that.
Tucker
Besties
is
for
the
the resties.
sweetest little dipshit of all time. Like,
There's like a dog in a human's body.
Yeah, I have that dog in me for sure. That's why I have the Antonio Brown jersey.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's exactly what that, bro. Tucker's got that. Wait, he's a teacher.
I am a teacher. Gotta lay low.
Yeah, I was about to say some bad shit.
There's nothing bad to say about me, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that really isn't. If someone hates on Tucker, you know they hate themselves.
Dead ass.
Dude, if someone hated on Tucker, you know they have some problems.
That's
like,
true.
For real.
That is very true. Tucker was the homecoming king because
His sister was the
he was
homecoming
friends with
queen, too.
everybody. Dude, his fucking dad was too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He literally has a family lineage of just like homecoming king.
I wasn't even on the ballot.
Dude, I couldn't even get on that shit either.
I always make fun of Colby.
Dude, this is crazy story. My homecoming year, right? It was 9th grade. No, this was senior fucking year. Yeah, senior year. I made our homecoming be a boy or a girl ask boy dance.
See, that's a good idea.
Dude, I
Everyone
fucking
hated on
made a tweet and I was like, with all the football players, there was like 50 people there, and I was like, I'm gonna make this tweet. You guys are all gonna retweet it at the same exact time. We're gonna text everybody to do the same thing, and we're gonna get like 200 retweets. Make our entire homecoming like a girl ask boy dance, and it's so stupid, but like it worked, and everyone did it,
Dude,
just because
Didn't
of,
all
like,
the girls
power
hate
of
you for
so-
that though?
Dude, every
The
girl
boys were
fucking
like, "Oh,
hated
that's
me.
cool," but or was it everyone?
No, they all hated me.
Oh, everyone did.
you started like a new thing
Yeah,
because
that's what Bumble is, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what?
You don't know what Bumble is?
Not that.
This isn't an ad.
You don't say.
bro.
That's funny.
That's like a friend finding app, isn't it?
No,
Is
it's
it?
like a dating app. It's like a
I
Tinder.
heard that it's like, isn't it like girls ask guys on dates?
I didn't know that.
This isn't an ad though, for sure.
These mics, bro.
They're not that bad.
You're not listening to this shit,
Can
you
you
fucking
hear me?
idiot.
Cooper's like, I'm doing good talking.
Yeah, I bet you guys sound real good, dude. Your fucking ears, like, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they sound well.
Do you think it's different whenever you post it to YouTube though? Or do you hear like exactly?
No, I hear exactly what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So like whenever you put it on YouTube and like no one's wearing headphones, it's gonna sound exactly like what it sounds.
Just do better.
I'm trying, bro. We all need to like learn how to use it properly.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully we can get nice ones eventually that don't have to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
What else happened this
Dude, I don't even. These weeks are.
The time has been going so fast. I hate it.
Dude, it's been going fast. When you're busy, dude, time just. Sometimes you just sit down and you're like, what day is it?
Like each year gets faster too.
Dude, it really does.
Like it doesn't even stay consistent. It seems like it's like ×2 every year.
Dude, your childhood seems like a
That's
whole
true.
different lifetime than from when you're like 19 up.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking back to my childhood, I feel like days seemed like they were so long, and nowadays, like I don't even have time to do anything because they're so fast. Like whenever you're a kid, it's like you have the whole entire day to do whatever you want.
Dude, I know, right?
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, I look back, I'm like, how did I ever go to school for 7 hours?
Yeah, seriously.
Like 5 days a week. How did I
Yeah.
ever do that? Because I'd probably rather just, go off, instead of doing that again.
Yeah, like it's weird because when you're young, you have obligation to spend 8 hours at school, and it feels like a fucking year. But when you're old, you're like working and shit, then 8 hours feels like nothing.
Yeah,
and you
seriously.
go through it so fast.
Yeah,
so
for real.
weird.
Yeah. Oh, those work days been going quick for you, Tuck? Being in a school?
They honestly do go really quick. Like it's weird because whenever I'm in that moment, it seems like it's going quick, but then I look back and it's like super. It feels like it went so slow. That makes sense. Like in the moment,
No.
it goes super fast. But then I look back, I'm like, holy cow, like that was a really long day.
Yeah.
But like whenever I'm in the middle of the day, I'm like, wow, this is going fast.
Mhm.
But then when it's all over, I'm like, wow, I can't wait to get home.
The hard days are probably pretty hard, huh? Like if you start your day off wrong and then you go to school and you're taking care of that many kids and they're that energetic.
Exactly.
It probably makes the day so hard if you don't wake up right.
Wait, so what grade are you teaching?
I'm K through 5.
So, that's crazy.
And I end my days on kindergarten, first grade, second grade.
No.
So my days
Holy shit.
start off from 5, 4, 3 at my lunch. Then it goes 1, 2, and I end my day on kindergarten.
Damn.
Dude, those days are like, that's what I'm saying. Like being around those kids, like, you gotta start your day off right. You cannot
No,
get
seriously.
up late.
Dude, they're firecracking
They
all
are.
day,
All
bro.
day.
Bouncing off the walls all day.
Yeah, those.
Hilarious.
It is. I mean, it's fun. Like I'm never bored. You know what I mean? That's what's fun about it. Is I'm never bored, but definitely draining.
Yeah.
You know?
That's hilarious.
Is coming up with lesson plans? Like, what's your routine with that?
I actually, since I'm filling in for a guy, he's on military leave. He gave me a lot of his lesson plans, but I do like to come up with my own.
Nice.
But for the most part, I don't really need to make my own. I do like making them though, just to see what works.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Have you been finding time to work out since you've been doing so much?
I have. Yeah, it's just crazy though, because I get home at 4:30, and then I go to the gym at 5:30 till like 6:37, and then by that time it's like almost time for bed already.
Yeah, for
So
real.
it kind of stinks because I want to spend time at home and like be with my dog and stuff, but it's like hard to find that time.
Yeah.
That's why I enjoy weekends so much. That's why Sundays are so depressing too.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
for
I just
real.
want one more day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you have a whole day on Sunday.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At least you're gonna have a nice summer off.
Yeah, exactly.
so
I mean, I'm not complaining at all. I'm really not. But
No, yeah, it's definitely like it's an odd work day too. You know, it's like a weird way to spend a work day.
it is.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You so what's the building? Are you guys in K through 8 or are you in?
So I'm personally just K through 5.
No, it's like but it's the building and
Yeah, it's
K through 8.
No, it's K through 5.
Oh, the whole
Yeah,
it's
the whole entire building.
So that's
so
an
I have-
elementary school.
Yeah,
K
I
through.
have every single kid in the elementary school.
Okay.
So I have 500 kids to remember.
So it goes K through,
Holy
and then you
shit.
have 6 through 8 is middle school.
I don't know how it is at Central Cambria.
It's weird.
Yeah. No, every school is different.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's-
remember it was like elementary was K through 5. Middle school was 6. It was 9 through 12. But I know it's different at Richland, isn't it?
Richland is K through 6, and then you go to the high school building, and it's 7 through 12. Everyone's in the same building.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's weird because it's like Richland has, they have 8 hallways, and then 2 of those hallways are 7th and 8th graders, and then the rest of them are for 9th through 12th.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, then they're sectioned off. Like,
Yeah, they're sectioned off.
top
It's
floors,
so interesting.
Yeah.
junior, senior.
I like
and
the way
bottom floor.
they designed that building really well.
Oh, for sure.
They made it.
They made
nice.
it really good if it was a school shooting, bro.
Really? That's like a bad. Really?
Yeah.
You don't want long hallways, right?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be really
Oh.
bad.
That's
For a
the way
school
they're
shooting.
designing new schools. Is they're
I know.
designing new schools.
Oh,
in a-
really?
Like fucking.
They're designing new schools in
It's
a
like
circle.
not long.
In a circle, so
yeah.
you can't aim
Wow.
down. You can't aim long. And dude, I saw a school that they're building. I saw a design plan for a school that they're trying to build like freaking, what are those things? What's it called? Like when people stand behind.
The barrier.
Yeah, they're trying to make like barriers within like each hallway where you
Wow.
can like go in and you can
Like
like.
a paintball map.
No, that's what it is. No, it's like literally like it's
They're
like
fucked.
That's
like
so sad. we got to that
trenches.
point.
That's what they're building. They're building trenches, something like that.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know if they actually ever went through with that because it's kind of a weird idea, right? Everyone huddles up in a trench. We looked at it, and I remember looking at it in school. But they are designing high schools in circles, which is crazy that
That is kind of cool.
they've gone. They're going that far. But, like we've gone that far that's an idea. Like, hey, we should probably do this.
That's really
It
sad.
is weird that like how does I mean, there's so many people coming in and out every day that it'd be really easy to break into like any school.
So easy.
Yeah.
It'd literally be so easy.
You just wait for someone to come out the door.
Yeah. Any school.
Like, how do you prevent that? I don't even.
Yeah.
There's some case scenarios where like you literally just can't. Like it's
Yeah, there's
inevitable.
nothing. Yeah.
What would even be the best way? Like a metal detector? But that wouldn't work because I brought stuff into school that was like metal. Like that would be, if you
Everyone would get stopped.
everyone would get stopped every single time. You know,
And
what I
some
mean?
schools would have like clear backpacks. It's
Yeah,
like,
like how could that work either? I mean, I guess you have to use, but like you can still easily hide something. I guess it's not no, it's not always like they're probably thinking. It's not smart people that are shooting school. You know, so if we just do a simple solution, we could probably get rid of
Yeah,
some of them.
for sure.
You know,
Like if you
they're probably just impulsive kids that are like, I'm just gonna pull this out of my assault rifle out of my. You know what I mean?
if you just put signs on your driveway that say like my security, it's like reduces your chances of getting robbed by like 75%.
yeah,
Yeah. Sure.
Because if there's people ready to like seek havoc, they're gonna choose the easiest havoc. It's like if you're hunting and you're an animal,
For sure.
what are you gonna do? Kill the bear, or are you gonna kill a squirrel?
Exactly.
Like,
For sure.
Fucking yeah.
Well, if you have a rifle, the bear, it'd give you more food.
I mean, depending on what's going on. I'm talking like old ass hunter.
Oh yeah.
Not some fucking.
Daddy
I have
Buster.
an AR-15 semi-auto.
Yeah. Dude, it's so weird though because you would think that you would have to be able to solve that, but I guess in a way like they're not. The percent of how often they are is still very low. Like it's very unlikely, but it's likely enough that I probably wouldn't even want to send my kid to school. Right?
Oh, I know.
Like that's like what I would be thinking of. But is it more likely that you're gonna get shot up in the workplace, or is it more likely you're gonna get shot up in school? I'm not afraid to send my mom to work. You know, well, not obviously.
I mean, it's
I'm
definitely.
not afraid when my mom goes to work, but I would be a little conscious. Like if my little brother was going to school, be like, damn, that's like that happens. You know?
Could you
Kids get
imagine how
shot.
fucking mad you'd be if like your kid died in a school?
No, seriously.
Like that's fucking crazy.
You could be mad at so many things too, like teachers, the
Mm.
shooter, obviously.
Yeah.
State,
Yeah, seriously, like
government.
literally anything.
Like
Yeah.
I watched what they did with that kid too that shot one of I think it was
Cruz.
Parkland,
Yeah.
the white kid.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Something.
They all
Cruz.
look the same. They
Yeah.
literally all look the same.
Yeah.
All school shooters, but yeah. But I was watching the verdict of what they were gonna do with him, and a lot of and I think they let the parents of the kids that got shot. They let those parents kind of give not like a testify, but just give their word. And dude, it was hard to watch because it was like, okay, time
I saw one of those actually.
for one of so and so's mom to talk, and then she talks about her kid, and then this guy that got her just gets to live in prison for the rest of his life and get 3 meals a day. It's tough because it's tough
Look at
too
this
because
fucking kid.
dude, it's tough too because the weird part is like they want to get rid of the death penalty, but does that kid need to die? Like who justifies that? Does that kid need to die? Like do we need to kill that person from society? Obviously, yeah.
To be honest,
Like yes.
I think
That kid needs to be out of society. Like he should never get 3 meals a day.
I mean, I guess this is maybe why. I don't know why it's such a bad thing to take a life, especially if you like intentionally take
multiple
lives of young kids. Absolutely, you should die. And I think there's like many different ways that you should.
I think
die.
you should do worse than die, though.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't want you to die and be like, okay, maybe you're in heaven or some like.
Listen to what Colby's about to say because I've heard him say this before and he goes deep. Go ahead.
No, I literally think that for like every person you kill should be a different form of torture, and it should be done on the White House lawn, like for everyone to see, national television. This is a national emergency. Like, turn your TV off. This is playing. I mean, that's obviously crazy, but
well, that would also like maybe alleviate future ones. It's like,
that's
well, I
the
don't want
thing.
that to
Is
happen.
like, would it do that, or would it
make
just,
more?
or would it?
Yeah, because they
just-
want that attention.
Or would someone like violate their fucking like freedom of speech or something, and then they get fucked?
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I was gonna say. Is that's the weird part is, I think it's weird to play God too.
Yeah.
It's weird to play God because most laws are subjective. You know what I mean? So it's up to their interpretation. It's not like if you kill 18 people, you get the death penalty. You know, it's like the death penalty is infringed upon people that that cause this and this and this to society.
Yeah.
But it's weird because they're subjective. So, and it's all really that judge and it's those jury. Like, you don't know where their headspace is at. The judge and the jury.
Basically,
They're
if
all
you
people.
allow,
So it could literally turn into like, 2,000 years down the line. Like it could just be be like, you say the wrong thing about the government, yeah, and now all of a sudden you're getting killed. Yeah.
If you have a punishment for a crime, and there's people that think that's not fair, they will use that same punishment for a crime that is truly unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you kill somebody, yeah, maybe you should get tortured, but then they'll use it for something else, like you just said. But I do think instead of the government, this is what solves this whole problem. Do that, yeah, same fucking thing. They get tortured, but it's like by some kind of fucking like shadow organization in the United States. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, A pulls up.
No, not even. I mean, honestly, it probably would be.
Oh, you mean like a little
like
some
anonymous?
vigilante thing?
Yeah,
like
like
anonymous. You ever see those guys?
I mean, he like does pictures.
Anonymous, he kind of like he goes on.
What does he do?
He goes on TV and he has a mask on. Obviously, he's anonymous, but he kind of tries to expose certain things within government or within people.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like he's a famous thing. People have impersonated him so much that for the sake of memes, that no one even knows who the real one is. I'm pretty sure. But it's weird. Like, gun laws are weird because, when you say you're for gun laws and restricting gun rights, kind of like a virtue signal at this point, because you're like, oh, are you for kids getting shot? Then let's add gun laws. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not for kids getting shot, but it gets dicey when you infringe with the Second Amendment. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's kind of a virtue signal now to be like, oh, you're for gun, you're for the Second Amendment. Oh, you don't want stricter gun laws.
Yeah.
When in reality, people don't even understand the current gun laws. Like, they're pretty deep, and they're actually a lot more restrictive than most people would think.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm for, like, whatever means necessary to never have another school shooting again, I would be for. But I don't know how you would approach that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that taking people's guns solves anything. I think it probably makes it worse.
I mean, there's like two things you can do. You can arm everyone and hope that because that's a thing.
Bad guys?
No, not just the fact that like that whole theory of we're saying where someone goes hunting and choose a squirrel over a bear. Like, what if everybody was a bear? That'd be like if
I don't get that analogy because I would choose the bear. I don't get that analogy. Like,
okay, you're going hunting.
You mean least passive resistance?
Yeah, like what would you like what I was just saying is if you're like gonna go hunting, you're gonna choose the easiest thing to kill. You're not gonna go risk your life to go kill a bear. Yeah. Cooper, no, you wouldn't.
No. So, I would never. If I had a knife, I would go for a squirrel. But if I had a gun,
yeah,
squirrel's
like
only
you're going to eat
for
fucking lunch. Like I'm not saying you fucking didn't eat for the last like 6 months. Okay, I'm saying you're going to fucking you're hunting like a fucking normal person. Okay,
it's just a bad situation.
But if every fucking person was a bear,
the bear would feed you for a year.
It would fucking kill you. Like, you would die.
If I had a rifle.
Stupid?
If I had a rifle?
No.
Oh, if I had like
you have a spear.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Like about hunters, dude. Like old style hunting.
Okay, well, no one hunts with a spear. Sorry.
All right. Basically, the whole point is like it's like the nuclear argument where if people talk about nuclear bombs, they're like, if everyone has nuclear bombs, nobody would use them because they know that if everyone used them, we would all die.
Yeah.
If every person in the high school had a gun, like not the kids obviously, but like the teachers or whatever, would people go in there because they know for a fact they're going to die? Probably.
That's the thing though. I don't think most teachers would want to carry a gun.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And I don't.
That sounds stupid.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing you do. The other thing you do is like ban guns somehow.
I don't think that's the only two options. I don't think that it's either hope that the good people just arm them. I think the argument's more like, if people have guns and you go shoot up Walmart, there's a likely chance that there's a good guy with a gun that's gonna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like everyone in Walmart having a gun and all of a sudden it's just a shootout. Like,
well, yeah, that's like
it's like the theory that like good guys will shoot the bad guys if the bad guys have a gun. But if the bad guys are the only ones with a gun because good guys abide by the laws, then the bad guy with the gun is just going to shoot everybody because no one else has a gun but him. He's going to get that gun illegally because he's a bad guy.
No, yeah, that's basically what I was saying.
Yeah, it's a weird argument. It's a weird thing because it's like they both, you don't really know. I don't know. I'm never really for government stepping in. never really for federal government. I'm not really. I'm like not really for the establishment stepping in and making laws that directly affect us. But I don't know. I don't really know
That's
what
the only thing that works. So
I don't know. You think making making guns illegal would solve more?
I think that something that might help is if you have teachers that are already certified to like have handguns and stuff like that, and they want to carry in the school, then let them. Like
Those teachers are so.
but don't be like, hey, every teacher needs a gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's
you
like,
can let that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like if a
Give them the
teacher,
option.
if they know how to shoot and they have like certification, they make some kind of new certification that like carrying a gun during hours, like school hours, that would be another course they have to pass. You know,
I get
basically-
dicey too, right? Because
the what?
kids stealing the gun too. That should get dicey.
Yeah, that's like a whole
It'd
other
have to be
topic.
like some kind of like thumbprint opening thing for your gun, or like it can't be on your person. It has to be in your classroom.
You can't have like a physical key or something like that where like someone else
Yeah.
can get access. Like only you can know the code or something
Mhm.
like that.
Something like a 5-finger fucking print.
Yeah.
And then if you click that, like you get a gun and you can
Mm-hmm.
fight the shooter or whatever.
Yeah.
If you
But
had one of those per school, even, I mean, a lot of these people that go to these schools, they don't, the police, like, was it Parkland? Yeah, it was the one where he killed 23 people.
That was the one in Texas. I think you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Holiday, yeah.
Yeah.
The cops take like 45 minutes.
Yeah, they wouldn't
Yeah.
go inside. There was like 10 cops outside, and they're like, I'm not going in there. I
Well,
get
there's
paid
actually-
$50 an hour.
There was
$15
a few cops that wanted to go in there, and there were literally
Yeah.
other cops that were like, no, don't go in there.
Yeah, and one of the fucking cops, his fucking wife was
Yeah.
in there dead.
I was about to
And
say
she
that.
was texting him and saying, I got shot. And he was like, let me go. And all the cops grabbed him and they were like, you're not allowed to go.
Dude, why would you follow your
I would shoot the
law?
fucking cop. I'd be like, no, fuck
I don't think
you,
his wife was
actually.
in there. I think his wife got shot in a different scenario. I'm pretty sure his wife got shot like
No,
in a
she was
different
in a
shooting.
classroom.
Was she?
Yeah.
I didn't think she was.
No, she was in a classroom. She was a teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I would shoot my friend. If
Yeah.
my wife was in there and she was saying,
100%.
please help, I would be like, you let me go or else I'm shooting you. Like, that's so weird. Like, how could you hold him back? Like, how could you, even if, like,
I
if
don't
there's
know.
a shooting happening right there and your sergeant's like, not yet, sir. You
Yeah.
know, there has to be a point where you have to be able to discern in your mind, like, yes, you guys have created me to be this ultimate abiding person to my sergeant, but in this situation, he's wrong, and I'm going to go in because I need to. Like, I would rather die than see this kid get shot.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really know why they would even stop unless the shooter was like, hey, you guys come in and I'm shooting this whole classroom.
Yeah.
You know, that might happen too. We might just sound stupid.
Dude,
But
there's fucking like windows all throughout school. Like crawl around the side, look for him in a classroom, shoot the fucking window. Like there's so many things you could do, but everyone was probably just so scared.
mm-hmm.
So fucking weird. Like the people that were paying to protect us are that scared. Are you
Especially in a
fucking
state
kidding
like
me?
Texas too, where they don't really have like strict police funding laws. Like, the police get a lot of funding there, you know, and they have you'd think that they would have a lot of training.
Yeah.
Those kind of scenarios.
No.
So weird, dude. I mean, yeah, that whole police department should be sued for.
They are.
They are.
Mhm.
I thought I saw that too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So fucked.
I wonder look up what's the actual likelihood. Like, what's the actual likelihood that a school gets?
Well, I mean, we'll probably have to do it ourselves.
Really? It's just. I mean, if it's 1%, that's too high.
It's approximately 1 in 53,925
I mean, that's how many schools are in America.
chances of a school shooting taking place in a U.S. high school in any given year is 1 in 21,000.
How many schools are in America?
Actually,
Take a guess, Tuck. How many schools are in America? I'd guess 500,000. Whoa.
130,000.
You have a 1 in 21,000 chance?
It's a 1 in 53,000, which basically means that there's 3 per year in one of these 130,000 schools. Crazy.
That's a lot. I mean, enough.
I mean, yeah, 1 is.
Just shootings in general, too.
Yeah.
I think people are so just wired up, too. You know, people are so, like, out of touch with reality at this point in life, you know, with how, like, people are always like, I don't think the country is more divided now than ever because we had a civil war. But I heard a guy talking about that, and he said, I think we're way more divided now than ever. And I think that if we were sectioned off like the Civil War was pretty much like, if you're a Democrat, you're up here. If you're a Republican, you're actually flip-flop at the time. It was Republicans up here and Democrats for the South. But like if it was divided up like that, it could easily be a Civil War. But now it's like, you know, we're in a Republican area, but you drive an hour and a half, you're in a huge Democratic area in Pittsburgh, and then you drive 10 minutes out of there and you're in a huge Republican area. So it's like all of America is like completely split up with.
In a way, that's probably just because cars exist.
Yeah, cars in cities, right?
Like if you imagine, like, what if your family never could really like travel anywhere? Every idea that you ever had kind of just stayed in one place. So that's why there was like a north and a south idea. Because if you live in the north, you never fucking leave. You live there for hundreds of years, and the only ideas you hear are the ones that you hear people talking about. There's no fucking internet. So like obviously now with the internet, you can spread an idea wherever the fuck you want, and you can just drive anywhere, live somewhere.
Yeah, and cities, the development of cities.
That's why like now we see terrorism instead of like civil wars, you know, because it's like small pockets of people attacking like, groups.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's weird talking about the Civil War too. It's always funny when you see someone within a Confederate flag, because when they talk about, you know, it was what do they say? It's a symbol of our
Southern heritage, but I lived in Pennsylvania for the last 250 years.
Our heritage, or it's not about slavery. I'm like, that's why they fought. Like that's like,
yeah,
it's weird to hold a flag up in a country that you live in about and try to support things that we had to beat to be here. Like for you to be living there, for you to hold like a don't tread on. I could be wrong, but aren't the don't tread on me British flags a symbol of like the British Army and
those
who we
are,
defeated?
I think those are American. That's Ben Franklin. He made that.
I thought it was the British Army that made that. Okay, I could be wrong. But it's like saying it's like if people were like holding British flags after they and after independence. It's like, well, for you to be here, we had to beat them. You might as well just like not say that it's about something when we all know that it is. You know, like everyone knows that flag is. It's kind of about. It's pretty much about slavery. Like they fought. They fought because you wanted slavery. Like not you, but
really weird
your
is that like whenever you specifically know everyone thinks something about one thing, even if it's right or wrong, doesn't fucking matter. Okay, like if I don't know another symbol like that, but if everyone thinks, like 9 out of 10 people think the Confederate flag is related to slavery, and you don't, but you still parade it around, bro, you're weird.
If you parade it around, you're weird. But I guess if
everyone around doing the same thing,
yeah. I guess if it's something that all of society believes, and then you're kind of parading, and you're still parading around, but you're right. Say it's something about. We'll just say something about the pandemic, but everyone's parading and virtue signaling, but your side is the minority for now, and you're, but you're probably right, then it's probably good for those people are probably good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those people are important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah, you're weird if I don't want to say weird, but it's just odd to have a Confederate flag on the back of your diesel truck, because it's like you lost. Stop supporting something that lost for you to be here,
Like the fact that it's even like it's the Confederate, like the legit.
Yeah, that's like
South
what they were carrying when they were on their horse to kill us.
It's so weird.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
They wanted to plant that, and say like, take out this flag. This is the new flag.
Yeah.
Weird.
United States of the Confederacy.
Is that what it would have been?
I have no idea.
I was gonna say what?
That'd be crazy. That'd be wild, bro. Hitler probably would have never existed though, because like he'd be like, "Fuck, dude, America's already."
Yeah, they're doing my thing already. Like, I don't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
Already killing and enslaving all the black people. I'm not gonna worry about the Jews.
Dude, the weird part now is there's more slavery in the world now than there was back then.
Yeah, whenever people say that, I'm always like, I get it, but
no, I
it's because of like population, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, but percentage wise,
no,
You think percentage-wise,
percentage-wise, slavery is absolutely going down for sure. Even in
I'm not saying
Confederacy.
it's higher now than it was back then, but I'm saying what is the percent back then compared to the percent of? I guess
it's less, but it's still
less.
a lot. That's the whole point, really. It's still a fucking lot.
Yeah.
There's entire like continents
You want
basically
yeah
that are slaving their own fucking people.
to make our iPhones, literally to make our iPhones.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't really have the law like. That's what people don't get to when they talk about these other countries, and they don't really have the laws that we do that protect people. You know, they don't have like the labor laws, and a lot of these countries don't. They don't know the reality of a lot of people's lives. You know, like for someone from say South America to travel the border and come here and to work in a sweatshop for $8 a day, it might be a great gig for them. You know, like that might be like great for them. For us, it's like, oh really? You're gonna pay me $15 an hour to work at Sheets? You know, kick rocks. But for them, that might be like, oh wow, we can eat dinner tonight because we made a sweatshop, which obviously isn't good either. But
yeah, no, it is crazy to and like we don't even think about the shit that we take for granted.
Yeah,
living here, like the whole Naomi Campbell.
Who is that?
She's like a fucking model, rich ass model. I was thinking of that. Park, what's her name? The Korean girl from Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, Naomi. Her name is
Naomi Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
That is crazy. That is the craziest podcast I've ever listened to.
She literally had to collect her shit in North Korea, like, so that she could give it to the government, because the government would come by every like month to collect your shit so that they could use it for manure to like feed themselves, and then you couldn't even eat that. Like, what did they eat? I forget.
Fuck, it gets crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
So weird.
In North Korea.
So they used other people's manure for the food that they were eating.
Like whenever you pooped, you had to like collect your own shit, and it would only be like a little bit.
And if you didn't have a certain amount of poundage, you would get in trouble. If you didn't have like a certain amount of poundage to give to the government to use, so they could use your shit for fertilizer to grow cheap crops like rice.
That they wouldn't even give you.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it. You would get in trouble. If you were like, people would be starving, and if you were found eating like a rat that you killed because you were so starving, they kill you. Like they kill people there if you don't have everyone in their country has to have a picture of Kim Jong-un, a poster of him, and if you don't
praise it,
and if they go in and that picture isn't just right, gone. And if you talk, and the craziest one I think is how they kill your lineage of family. So if you talk out against the government, not only will they kill you, they'll kill your mom, they'll kill your parent. I think they'll kill your parents, and then they'll kill your kids and your kids' kids. They kill 3 generations of people associated with you.
And if you do something bad in the country and they don't want to kill you,
I guess they can't kill your kids if they kill your kids' kids, but they kill your kids. that doesn't make any sense.
They punish your lineage too. Like if you do something killable offense, they'll punish your entire lineage. You have to like follow new rules for everyone that ever has your name again.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say that I'm usually not ever for government ever mostly stepping in, you know, because I don't think that I think it's a lot different too. And I just think that where things end up whenever that's the ultimate form of communism. And I'm just always for more people having their own freedom and rights than
I guess
government saying nope, you know.
The way that you do that is by uncentralizing things, you know. That's why people love crypto. They're like, oh, crypto's cool because nobody owns it. Like everyone has a vote in everything all the time. So if you own crypto and there's like a way they want to change the way crypto works, they have to have like votes. Like if you own Ethereum, so they make you vote. So like, what if there was actually more government, because that would allow people to have more votes? Like let's say every state has four senators instead of 2 senators, then you could like essentially represent more people because you'd have more people in the government to actually vote for the things that people give a shit about. Because it's pretty stupid to say like, oh, there's 2 senators in Pennsylvania and they have the right to basically vote on the behalf of everyone that lives in fucking Pennsylvania. So like if you just split obviously down the middle, which is not how it works, but left and right, that's fucking like, that's millions of people that they're representing. Who knows what the fucking like what people actually want to vote for, because we have to choose between Fetterman and Oz. Well, what if we could choose between like 7 people and like there was no Democrat Republican, and then we could have like so many parties that every year like a different kind would win, because obviously like the only reason we're stuck in this shit show with Biden is because the fucking Democrats thought that was the person who would win, and they were fucking right.
I don't even think they thought that it was the best person. I thought that they literally they were just like, he is the best chance at winning, so let's pick him.
No, they just thought that like he would allow them to stay into power.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like he has the best chance at us being in power. He might not be our best candidate, but he has the best chance at winning votes.
And they don't want candidates like fucking Tulsi Gabbard that are actually going to go in and like ask serious questions about the government. That's what they hate about Trump. They're like, oh, Trump tells everyone every fucking national security secret. Well, like maybe he should say some stupid shit and like open up those doors because it's fucking dumb. I mean,
yeah, I said that pretty much same thing in my political class, and I got some weird looks.
Yeah,
they're like, don't ever talk good about Trump. I'm like, I wouldn't vote for Trump, and I didn't vote for Trump, but he's the exact guy that no one wants to admit it, but they don't want him in power because he's so out there that he doesn't care what he says. They can't control him. Yeah. I'm not saying I want him in power. I think he's too divisive as a person.
Dude, Trump actually fucked over like the recent election. The Democrats won everything. They won everything.
Republicans won the Senate, but they won.
No, they didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't win.
The Republicans literally.
They didn't win the majority.
Everyone thought it was going to be a red wave. There was like a red fucking puddle.
Huh. Let me
look it up.
Yeah, we were talking that a lot of the candidates that Trump endorsed end up losing. And the candidates
all the ones that he endorsed.
I don't think it was all. I think
it was
like
Oz,
a couple of them did in the South.
Yeah, but one of them was Oz.
And DeSantis won, but
people are saying it's
Trump
because like that you can't have Roe v. Wade be a discussion because that's such an extreme stance for Republicans that if you're extreme on like either end, you fucking lose. So
people just get so extreme that like, you could be a Democrat and start talking to me, and I'd be like, yeah, I agree. And then you keep going, and I'm like, whoa, you're crazy. I'm like, you're saying some crazy shit right now. Same thing with Republicans. They could start telling me like, this is what we believe. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like that seems like, you guys have a good grasp on human nature, and understanding that freedom is important. And then they start saying some crazy shit, and I'm like, oh, gotta back away. You're saying some weird things. Like for both of them.
Stay away.
Yeah, for real, for both of them. I'm like, when did becoming a rational person ever stop being? I don't think it stopped being, but how could you even think some of these things?
That's why I think there has to be more than 2 parties, because if there's 2 parties, there's always going to be like some extreme version of one or the other, and you're going to have to choose. That sucks. Like people that are in the middle, there's like a middle candidate for 2024. That person's going to fucking win for sure. Like whoever's in the middle. The crazy thing though is Trump announced his presidency the day before, like he was going to run. The day fucking before the vote for Senate, and everyone thought too that like that he really fucked it up too, because
that he was gonna announce it.
Yeah, like they're scared. They don't want Trump as a president with a Senate majority, in Republican. So they're like, oh shit, and then they voted Democrat. Like that took away probably a lot of votes because Trump's such a fucking idiot. Day before,
Trump might be the reason that another Democrat wins 2024.
Dude, this is crazy. Even though Biden sucks so bad, he has one of the lowest approval ratings in history. Trump's is still lower.
Really? Right now?
Right now.
But it wasn't lower when he was in office.
I don't know, but I mean,
Who answers those polls though?
I don't know,
You know what
but
I mean?
some guy that's way smarter than me that does this shit a lot.
Yeah.
He said that in a podcast that even right now, Biden still has a higher approval rating, and he has one of the lowest of all time, like compared to Trump. So,
Who answers those polls though is the weird part, because we were looking at some stats, and it was obviously the highest age group, the age group that answers the most, and they still only answer like 30% of the time.
Yeah.
Is like 40 to 65.
Mm-hmm.
And who answers the less is 18 to 29, and that's like 1% that they'll answer your poll. I could be off on those numbers. Whatever. I'm just saying them, but I'm in the ballpark. And funny part is that those are the numbers for people who answer the polls, but they say that it's the 18 to 29 age group that made the red wave not happen, because of their age group, like 60% of them voted for the Democrats. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah. Well, of that age group, only like 30% voted between 18 to 29. But of that 30% that did vote, about 60% of them voted for the Democrats, which is weird. Something like that. I don't know. I could be completely off. But I'm pretty sure we talked about it in class.
That's really weird.
Sure, I'm in the ballpark.
If that ballpark was 10 miles long.
For real, dude. So, you have any gigs?
I've been talking much. This is how much I know about politics.
We don't know anything either. We're kind of just talking.
I seriously am just sitting here like, well, no, this is interesting.
This is why he's our puppy.
Literally. Just vibing.
Dude, I want to hear you go. I want to hear you at another gig. Those are fun to go to. I want to learn how to do that. Like, I want to get that good.
I think my next gig is at Fess's. Fess's Bar. Yeah, it's on next Saturday.
I've never been there. Is it in downtown?
It's right across from Point Stadium.
Oh, really?
Dude,
it's like right in the corner. It's called Fess's.
Is it like right on the river edge?
Kinda, yeah. It's like right in the corner.
A bar?
It's It's literally right across from Point Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite places to play too.
Really?
Good environment every time.
Wimber Hotel is pretty cool.
I like Wimber Hotel a lot. Yeah.
That's fun. You guys every time I've been to one, you guys
we get good crowds. Yeah, especially Wimber Hotel. I invite all my friends to the Wimber Hotel because everyone's right there anyway. People could literally just drive 5 minutes in there.
Your dad takes that seriously too.
Yeah.
He's not playing around.
I know.
I remember I like respected it, but I came up to talk to them one time, and I was talking to Tucker a little bit, and Buzz was like, "All right, Tuck, they came here to watch us play."
Seriously?
or something like that, and I was like,
"Nah, I feel like he wouldn't do that."
No, it wasn't like in a mean way. It was like, "Tuck, we gotta play." Like it was like trying to nudge you to like.
Tucker's playing
really?
Completely wrong.
Yeah, it was like kind of nudge. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's what you should do because I'm interrupting you guys. I'm interrupting you guys too. He's not like he was just like, all these nice people came out to hear us play.
Well, also me. I just like. I probably didn't even notice. I'm like, yeah, okay, just keep talking to Cooper.
No, you didn't notice at all. And I was like, oh, I should probably walk. I should probably stop talking to Tucker.
Probably kept trying to talk to you as you were walking away too.
Yeah, for real. Dude, it's funny because you guys are playing and Michael was like, dude, Bo looks like a professional that does this every weekend. Tucker's wearing a Batman shirt.
I just do my thing. I mean,
for real. Dude, you're good at it too. You and your dad have such a good sync.
Yeah, we are. So just because we've been doing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been practicing probably like our.
Yeah, I heard you playing Hotel California.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I want us three to learn that together?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I know right now. You guys need to pull up on that.
What do you have? What do you have with it?
Me?
Just the melody, or what do you?
I can do anything with it.
It'd be cool for someone to do the board, like strum the words.
Yeah, I could play the melody. Cool, we could.
There's some songs I've been trying to learn on piano. Like I want the Easy. I forget who sings it. It's like like Easy, like on a Sunday morning. I don't know what the full song's called. It has a nice piano intro. I'm trying to learn that.
Breakout didn't work. Forget I did anything actually.
Yeah.
Which one should I do?
It's not gonna go.
Nah, it'll go through. Trust.
Did you post the first one?
Yeah, it's private though.
Dude, that's not even it.
I could do the timestamps on that one. Do the thumbnail.
For what?
I might just do the thumbnail like us sitting.
That's fine. I don't really care.
Cut it out, make it
For
bigger,
what?
put it in a thing.
We-
For the other video.
We did 3 episodes so far, but we're gonna make the first 2 private because they're really bad. They're honestly the same format as this one right here, but this one wasn't too bad.
Nah.
Wait, maybe. But then we did another one, and we kind of like kept the same topics and just tried to dissect them a little bit more. We're gonna post that one as episode 1. And then once we post that one, post this one as the Moorebeanz.
Moorebeanz. We're not deleting anymore, and the
No.
audio might be really shitty, but we're just gonna fucking deal with it.
We'll call this the Moorebeanz 1, and we'll call our episode. It's just episode 1. And then every
Yeah.
time we do one with
We'll
topic,
just
call
do.
it Moorebeanz.
We'll just make it number 1, and then we put the topics we talked about. That's
Yeah,
it.
like 3 topics.
Yeah.
What makes you guys say that your first few were bad?
We're just
The audio was like this. It was like, no! I was like fucking like screaming into the mic.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, and we were
Didn't you have
just,
those on?
No.
Could you tell? You probably just couldn't tell, huh?
That's why I wear these now.
Yeah.
we were just bouncing from topic to topic too.
Dude, so much.
Like it was so hard to follow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this one.
Yeah.
We
This
did
one
a
was good,
it
though.
wasn't
We
too
had-
bad.
we
I
talked
just know
for-
nothing about.
We talked
I
about
know
school
nothing
shooters.
about
We talked about the election like 2 times. We talked about soccer playing, guitar and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're fine.
We did talk about shit with North Korea.
That's
Crap.
true. That was good too.
This one.
Yeah, there's gonna be definitely a couple parts where you're not gonna hear anyone's voice like in this
Yeah.
this one. It's
Hey, it's
sometimes
trial
when
and
you
error.
guys talk. Sometimes when you guys talk, it's like too light.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Is this
post
too
it.
late?
No, but when it's too loud, it fucking goes to my mic. There's like no way to save it. It's just constantly fucked.
Isn't that what these like foam things are for though?
I feel like maybe if we
Is that more for
pointed it-
feedback?
If we pointed it like directly into our fucking mouth like a big old dick. Like if you were on that side of the meet, you were on that side and I was on this side and the mics were facing like that, then I bet it wouldn't. It wouldn't do it. All right,
Cool. That was fun.
the Moorebeanz.
Go Steelers.